Hey guys, welcome back to Steel on Targets. Yeah, I broke my NSX. So, I was driving and I was gonna go. Well, I was picking up my wife from work, and well, when I went to start up the car, the clutch went straight to the floor. I haven't had that symptom since I had an MR2 turbo. That's very common with those. So yeah, check this out. So there she is, broken. She is broken. So we're gonna check her out and come back to her in a second. Uh, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Ram here real quick. I gotta do some work here. It's on off-road 2 right now, and I'll tell you why here in a second. By the way, look how clean she looks. So clean the camera a little bit. Or my phone. I'm recording from my phone. What? My pool's empty. Doing some work on that. So I went ahead and vacuumed the crap out of it. Not a single hair. Everything's clean. No issues at all. I cleaned the leather. I reconditioned it. I applied conditioner. So yeah. Hey, relax. I got this so when they do go in here, which not anymore basically, they don't jump to the front. Mostly for the little one. So look how clean the interior is now. Spotless. So after 12 years, I finally got myself a new vacuum. So let me show you what I got. It was like 110 bucks, the best deal ever. I really recommend, if you wash your own car and vacuum your own car, to get one of these. Straight up worth. I would say it's just as much of as important, if not more, than a pressure washer. Check it out. It is kind of big, but it's a 6.5 horsepower, 16 gallon. By the way, this is basically become my garage first. I got beer and water in there. So for sure, this thing is worth it. I'm going to keep the other one for housework, to vacuum up dust and crap. So that's going to be car. That bitch over there's still broken. Lowest priority. This is priority right now. But what we're going to do right now is we got something in the mail. Oh, fuck. It's heavy. Do you know what this is? I'll give you a hint. I have the truck in off-road 2 right now for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, so I can kind of like sit up in there if I have to and work on it. Reason number 2, so once it's installed, I can test it out. This is basically a step. It bolts to the frame. This, you kick it down, and basically it drops down to like here or something. So we're going to go ahead and install this right now. Yep. I gave in and got one of these. I think these are like $1. Totally bad for you. I shouldn't be having this, but I wanted the energy to work on the truck, so my excuse. Okay, so here we have a man, kind of like a installation guide, I guess. Tells you what to get, the steps. So we'll follow this somewhat, right? We need a torque wrench, a tool to pop off clips, and then a drive and a couple of sockets. Not sure what, it doesn't say what sockets we need. This is stupid. All this, and they don't tell me what fucking sockets. So it does come with a bolt. The kit does come with a bolt, and then you reuse the other 2. So I got this bolt, and I at least got one socket, and I already got my tools. At least I think I do, right? It looks like the picture. It looks like the picture. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this, and hopefully I don't have to get back up and get another socket. Hey guys, what you doing? So let me show you what I'm looking at here. Basically, we're gonna work in this area. I don't know exactly which spot, but I'm gonna guess actually over here because that's gonna stick out. It's gonna stick out that way. So I'm thinking this clipper here is supposed to get separated, and that connector. So let's go ahead and look at the instructions and get started. Okay, so that's the front of the truck. So now let's go ahead and look under. We got the 2 bolts there. There's gonna be another bolt that's gonna go here, and that's gonna be the clip that gets connected. Ay, got it on. Let's go ahead and start. So it's gonna be these 2 that come off. This clip that just gets connected. Now take a note. That little slot right there. By the way, the bolt is gonna go over there somewhere. So it's gonna be one bolt, 2 bolts, and then another one back here. Now take the notes at that little end that I just told you, a little hole, a little keyhole. That's right here. That's to assist you, so you latch onto that, so your arms don't get tired, basically. So that's pretty cool. That's very nice, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the instructions. Okay, so I think I came across what I think is gonna be the most difficult part of this thing, because my truck is still kind of new. You know, I've only had it for a couple of years. I've only off-roaded it like 2 or 3 times, and this connector was a pain in the ass to get off. So let me show you how to get this thing off. Yes, this right here was a bitch. So this gets clipped on here. This is pushed in. This yellow tab is pushed that way. To unlock it and disconnect this, you get this yellow tab, you pull it out, and then this slides out and disconnect it. Sounds super simple, but if there's dirt or any of that stuff in there, it makes it a pain in the dick. So what I ended up doing was I went ahead and got my my tool here. Once I got enough of it out so I can fit the tip, I kind of just kept going and kept going until it got fatter and fatter and tapered out, and then and even then it was a pain in the ass. So I went ahead and disconnected that. So just a little tip for you guys on how to get this thing off. What I'm gonna do next is take our tool and then clip it right here, and we're gonna remove those 2 bolts. Okay, so according to the steps, I'm good. I got this disconnected. I got it tucked right there out of the way. We went ahead and disconnected the harness from this from here, so we can move it out of the way. We got these 2 bolts out. That bolt has nothing to do with this. I was not correct earlier. I was mistaken. So those are 2 and then the bolt's gonna go here, the one that's provided. Here is where it says, if welded nut is not present, use the one provided in the kit. Well, guess what? There wasn't one provided in the kit. The box was beat to shit, so I think it got lost. But luckily, my truck has that welded nut. Woo! So now, let's proceed. We're gonna kind of get this started. We're gonna hang it, and using this little, let's see. We're gonna hang it using this right there. Right there. We're gonna hang it, and we're gonna go ahead and start putting our bolts in. Okay, we got started. Thank God they provide the little hanging thing. So you're gonna line it up. You're gonna hang it there, and you're gonna swing it this way until you line up this hole. Kind of get this started, and we're gonna get the other 2 started. Get a few threads in by hand, and then torque it down. Woo, it's pretty tight fit, as you can tell. It's a very tight fit. I went ahead and took it out so it can kind of be a little easier to maneuver. So let's get all the bolts and torque down. So we finished. Let's talk about this. So I got the bolts in. They're all torqued down to 124 foot-pounds. Feed your connector through this hole. Remember, we had it out and tucked away, so now we moved it to this hole. There's no clip for it to go to now, so it's just kind of this hole holds it. I got it slipped in before I connected it. Do yourself a favor, shake or blow all the dust out. Once you get it in there, you start pushing on this. As you push this, it compresses this connector together. That's probably part of the reason why it was also hard to get out. And then You lock it with this yellow tab pushed in. So now we are complete. Let's check it out. So here's the truck, off-road 2, the highest setting on the air suspension. There it is, deployed. Put it away. And you can barely see that there is even anything there. Just enough to get your foot. And yes, I got Crocs. So what? The most comfortable thing in the world. That's it. So I'm an off-road 2. I am only 5'7", 5'8", depending if the moisture of the day. It's a joke. So I probably have to lift up my leg. All the way down. Put my hand here. That thing is solid as can be. Best $300 ever. By the way, these are for something at the dealer, so go online. And if you have any questions, ask me on the comments. I'll tell you where I got it. It's not sponsored or anything, so I'll keep their name out of the video, but I'll answer whatever questions. I paid about $2.90 shipped. Got here in about a week. Sweet. Kind of cleaned the mess. All right, cleaned up. Wait. If I were you guys and you guys don't have one, I'd be super jealous. Be jealous. Okay, for the somber part of the video, the NSX broke. I was taking my wife, I was picking her from work. And, well, the clutch went all the way to the floor when I tried to start it, and it wouldn't come back. I was very lucky to have a really nice guy that one of the ladies that worked there, her husband wanted to pick her up, and well, he gave me a ride to go get some more fluid. We added the fluid. It was going down. I was thinking when I was pumping it, it was, it was taking it, but it turns out the piston for this slave got ejected and let all the fluid out. How the piston came out is a question mark right now, because when I went to go move the NSX for the tow truck, I saw the piston on the ground next to the puddle, and immediately I knew the slave came apart. Basically that happens. I was thinking I broke the slave cylinder off the mount and it came out, or the fork broke, or it got detached from the clip that holds it in place. Either way, yeah. So let's take a look under the car. So you can see the fork up there. I already went ahead and moved you see those two bolts right there? That's what's holding the slaves. I already got the slave slid out of the way. Let's see if I can do this with one hand on the camera. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be, well, basically you can see a little bit. It's jiggling, and I have a bore scope coming on the way, so I can look in there and make sure that the little ball that's on the transmission didn't break, make sure that the clip is still there, make sure that the fork didn't break, make sure that the bearing that this thing grabs onto didn't break. If those are good, using a bore scope, I am going to try to realign that and pop it back in place, and then get a new cylinder and hope this fixes my issue. If this doesn't fix my issue, well, guess what? The transmission is going to have to come off. And I do a lot of work on my own cars. Dropping the transmission on this car is not something I want to do. I really don't. As you can tell, I'm procrastinating on the Civic because I've been busy with work, really busy with work. I've been doing working from home. And you think that I would have the time, but I don't. I have a lot of work to do at home. As a matter of fact, after I do this video, I got to go back and continue to do some more stuff. because work is number one. But I kind of want to get some of these things out of the way, at least the little things. Not only that, but my wife has been working crazy hours. She works now, and so I've kind of been working from home. Well, I've been working from home. I've been doing a little bit of stuff in the garage when I can, because number one is work. Number two, taking care of the dogs, taking care of the house, making sure everything's clean. And I do a lot of the cooking right now, because I am a wonderful husband and I do my part. So there's very little time for garage stuff. But anyways, let's see. By the way, these 33s are working great. She looks super good in off-road 2 mode. Let's go ahead and bring her down. We'll come back to that. That's going to lower nice and low. You can hear it. Alright, talking about the EK now. I have everything disconnected. I think I mentioned this already. I have everything disconnected, but this time I also have the axles out. I got the rear mount out. I have the strut bar out. I have everything out. My plan is going to be to clean this whole thing. Okay, get rid of all this mess. Lower the lift. Have a pallet or have this under there, maybe some wood or something. Unbolt it, having it rest on that. Lift the car up and be done. And then I can go ahead and start rebuilding that K24 with the K20 stuff. Anyway, guys, I gotta clean my hands. I gotta clean the garage a little bit. I try to maintain some housekeeping in here. But thank you guys for watching. I know there isn't too many things going on, but they're coming as soon as kind of situation changes with work. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys like the step on the Ram. It's the best thing ever. I had a coworker and a friend when I was working with recently who had a Ram that has that, and we were unloading and loading his truck, and dude, it just made things nice. So I had to get one. That right there is what sold me, and I just went ahead and got one. And I am so happy that I got it. So totally worth it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I appreciate you guys liking it. Share the videos. Just make sure you're subscribed. This is something that I do for fun. But maybe someday, I can make something out of this. And I would love to have, we're going to be moving soon, and I want to have I'm going to shoot for a bigger property so I can build a shop in. And it would be nice to be able to actually make, I don't care how much revenue, it could be a tiny little bit, just something to make it a business so I can write off my toys. That is what I want to do. I want to use YouTube for the bare minimum revenue, at least. If I get more, great. But I want to be able to write off toys. So if any of you guys know how that works tax-wise, I'll probably hit up my CPA. Let me know. But for now, this is fun. And I appreciate you guys for sticking around. It takes time. It's very slow, but it'll come. Everybody starts slow. Some people build up fast. Some people build up slow. I'm going to be building up slow. But I would like for there to be more. I would like a bigger garage. I would like more cars. And I would like to find a way to justify that, even if it was write-offs. Anyways, thank you guys again. I'm sorry for the whole blabbering, and I love you guys. I love my friends. I love my family. And yeah, I just need to, I wish I had more time. I can see why some people just sign and do this at all, but I like it. It kind of keeps me busy when I'm not busy with work. Thanks. See you guys later. Bye. Oh shit, I was gonna show you the truck, how it looks like lowered. So she's nice and low now. So this step, and even at the lowest position, me being short, it's still kind of a pain in the ass. So now, it's barely a lift. Oh, by the way, you can use it with the tailgate down. I think I did that earlier, huh? With the tailgate down. You can use the tailgate down or up. That's basically my points. All right, for reals now. Later.